fame ever loves to talk of one man or another. To some it is glorious to be famous, and they honor her above the heavens. Some are her favorites, and their names are carved on marble and heard in every land. Fame is not an impartial judge. She has her favorites, some men she sets on high and exalts. But there are others whose virtues are far greater, and whose characters are more deserving of commendation. Yet as she passeth by, she defiles and slanders them, and she puts the finger of silence on her lips. You will generally find that those persons beloved by fame are men made of brass or iron, and cast in a rough mold. Fame attaches to Caesar because he ruled the earth with a rod of iron. Fame loves Luther because he boldly and manfully defied the Pope of Rome. Fame admires Knox, for he was stern and proved himself the bravest of the brave. Generally, you will find her choosing out the men of fire and metal, men who stood before their fellow creatures fearless, men who were made of courage and never knew what timidity might be. But you know there is another class of persons equally virtuous and equally to be esteemed, whose fame always seems to be forgotten about. You do not hear her talk of the gentle-minded man. She says little of him, yet he did just as much work in his life as the famous man, for he brought a few souls unto Christ. And as we know, the things of God are far greater than the things of the dead. You do not hear fame talk much of the sweet and blessed men of God, and of the heavenly words that come from their lips. Or you never hear fame speak of the man who is slow to anger, and was known for never being out of temper in his life. She loves the rough granite peaks that defy the storm cloud. She does not care for the more humble stone in the valley on which the weary traveler resteth. She wants something bold and prominent, something that courts popularity, something that stands out before the entire world. She does not care for those who retreat in shade. Think of this, brethren, that the blessed Jesus, our adorable Master, has escaped fame. No one says much about Jesus except his followers. We do not find his name written amongst the great and mighty men, though, in truth, he is the greatest, mightiest, holiest, purest, and best of men that ever lived. But because he had nothing of the rough about him, but was all love, and because his words were softer than butter, his utterances more gentle in their flow than oil, therefore he is neglected and forgotten. He did not come to be a conqueror with his sword, but he came to speak with a still small voice, a voice that melts the rocky heart, one that binds up the broken in spirit, and that continually saith, Come unto me, all you that are weary and heavy laden. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly of heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls. Jesus Christ was all gentleness, and this is why he has not been popularized by the world. Yet is his name not the greatest known name ever. Glory be to the Most High.